Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time visiting, please like, subscribe, come back on Fridays when we're live and talk to me. If you like my content, and if you're returning to me, hi, how are you guys doing? We are going to do a collective read. By collective, I mean for everyone, for we are all one. We're just going to see what the energies need to tell us what's coming through. So let's get started. I'm going to start off by pulling fairy cards, see what the fairies have to say, and then we'll just go from there. It's too many. Oh, there's a lot of energies going on. They're flopping everywhere. Okay. So for starters, for the collective, we have this energy of should I or shouldn't I in two minds, making decisions, not knowing head over heart decisions, heart over head decisions. Which way are we going to go? What is the best way for us to go? And what is the paradox with that? What does that look like for us? You know what is the paradox? Using your intuitive side to decide things, because it's both, it's good and it's all bad. So that leaves you with decisions. It's like, okay, I want to do this thing. My mind tells me it's going to be good, but my intuition tells me it's going to be bad. What decision should I make? I'm in two minds of this. Should I do it or shouldn't I do it? And those are right next to each other. So there's a lot of that energy going on, using your intuitive side to make the decision, and understanding that no matter where you are in this journey, you have been given a gift of wisdom, and where you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. You wouldn't be in this place without the wisdom you've learned along the way. And you may have still things to learn, but you are where you are for a reason. And to honor that gift, accept it, accept what the universe, what spirit has given you, and understand that you are exactly where you need to be. The Queen of Shadows. Okay, when we're talking about the Queen of Shadows, as I look at her, she's a number 8. It's introspection. It's going inside. It's balancing things out. It's acknowledging your shadow side. It's acknowledging that it's in all of us. You know, that we all have a shadow side. We all need to go in and realize what it is we need to change, what we need to grow further with, what was, the decisions we made, even if they were wrong, they are already done. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to keep going forward on your journey. The Queen of Shadows, going into introspection, she asks you to stop and be still and take a long look at who you are. So who are you? What are you doing? What is your mission here, is what Spirit is trying to say. What aspects of yourself do you hide in the shadows? What mask do you put on so no one sees the pain that you hide? You may find parts of your nature that were placed in shadows years ago and now need to be brought to the light, just like with this Cancer new moon and the energy with the new moon, healing the things that you've pushed to the bottom of the big black closet. So take a look at the parts of yourself that have been neglected for a long time, dust them off and give them a little polish. So don't be ashamed of them. Look at them straight ahead. Realize that you were where you were at the time that you were there. but bring them out and acknowledge them first. So we need to acknowledge as a collective where we've gone wrong, where our decisions have not been the best for us, where we could have done better, we could have made someone feel better, we could have made better decisions. So we're starting out with that. So we're in two minds. It's the paradox. It's it's good, but it's bad. Should I or shouldn't I? Decisions to be made. But until you make that decision, it doesn't matter what it is, because staying stagnant, not doing anything, is just keeping you stuck. And that is not using wisdom at all. So yes, you should look at your shadow side. You should do your healing work. That is very important. You have to love self first before you can love anyone else. And I've explained this before. And it's not like you don't feel love toward others. It's just like the meme says, you'll bleed over other people who didn't hurt you if you do not clean out your wounds. So self-love is very important. It should always come first. And looking at our shadow and being able to go into that shadow will give you more wisdom on where you're supposed to go in this life. Let's continue from here, guys. Collective to know this energy. It's funny that the 51, 52 card and two minds and the paradox came out right next to each other, because that itself is a paradox. So being in two minds is giving you poor health. It will cause you to have headaches. It will cause you to have disease in your body, illness. Your body will give off emergency signals that you need to clear something out. Your chakras need to be cleaned out. When you stay too long without making a decision and you just stay stagnant, that gives time for disease to set in. And your body will know that something's off, and that's what causes pain. And that's what causes underlying conditions of heartbreak and of not making decisions, of not changing. We have family. So this could have to do with, making a decision about family, loyalty, faithfulness, alliance, children. It could be commitments that you made. Support systems, are they still supporting you? Are the people that used to support you, are they still for your highest good? Is it still your tribe? Is it still where you need to be? Is it your kindred spirits that are around you to help you grow your soul? So we're in our mind about being to be with our kindred spirits on this planet, our family, our tribe, support systems, our government establishments. We're not making a decision, which is causing disease or illness, getting to the root cause of it. Because right now in the collective, everything needs to be balanced out. The sword and scales, the truth, justice, due process, doing things that is good for you may not always be what's best for someone else. Making the best decision for your life may hurt somebody else, but it's their choice on how they deal with that. And you always have to make sure you're doing what's right for yourself and just for yourself. You got to make sure that everything is fair to you, and then try to make everything balanced with everyone else around you. And that's the paradox. Is it good or is it bad? Should I or shouldn't I? That's the balancing out of the head over heart, heart over head, using your intuitiveness, your gifts, your wisdom to figure this out. Okay, without censoring yourself, without silencing the stuff that has happened to you. Don't let anybody cancel you or tell you that what you've been through isn't bad enough or doesn't matter. Don't let anyone silence you. It's your history. No one can rewrite your history. It's all within you. It's all within your soul journey and what you're here to do. Don't let anyone play mind games on you or changing the narrative that you know is true. And knowing that we do need a network, we need support, we need associates, we need friends, we need to socialize, we need to have arrangements of the collective. We need to be able to lean on each other. We need to be able to influence each other and be able to take what's being said as corrective criticism and look at it differently from a different perspective and learn from everyone. Because we need to be connected because we are connected. So if we're connected on the higher dimensions, we need to somehow bring connection together in the 3D instead of a bunch of censorship and limiting people's freedom of who they are. That's what I'm being told. And within making these decisions for yourself, with going in and working on your shadow, and the 8-8 is going to bring this up, and it's going to bring a lot of energy. Realize that as you're going in to do, acknowledging your shadow self and acknowledging the things that you decided to not look at, to keep whitewashing out, but eventually it will come through. Those are decisions made. Pay attention to everything around you and the people in your life, and are the offers that are being presented to you, are they for your highest good as you're going through this transformation of self? As the universe is having you look at these things, do you have the right people around you? Are you being judged for being who you are? Because once you start doing shadow work, once you start acknowledging the things you don't want to look at, it's like going down a rabbit hole. It just keeps going and going and going and going. Are you following the white rabbit? Are you waking? It's like waking from a dream. Everything will change. You will see things in a new perspective once you take out the things that were hidden, once you realize your wisdom, once you look at them, once you transform them, once you turn the dark into light, and you research and you use your inner knowledge of who you are, feel like you're awakening up from a dream. And that's what the awakening is. It's seeing things on a whole different other perspective that you never saw before, and the whole world looks different. And it's your energy, it's very intense, but it can bring joy and ecstasy because you see where you didn't see before. And you wake up to a different community. Maybe you need to be with a different group of friends. Maybe different soul family will come in for you because you're at a different level. And it doesn't mean that one level is always higher. It isn't a higher level or a lower level. It's just a different level. We need to rise up and realize that there's no boundaries when it comes to self. When it comes to self-healing and self-love, there's no boundaries. You don't have to put boundaries on yourself. You're breaking free of your own self-control. leave any controlling behaviors or perfection that you have on yourself, leave it in the past. You don't have to be perfect for anyone. You just have to be you. You just have to see yourself for who you really are. And not everyone is going to like that, but a lot of people will. And those are the people that you want around you. They don't want to be so hard to be in your mind. Should you or shouldn't you? Is it good or is it bad? Because you will know, because it will be a feeling. Your intuitiveness will let you feel free to be you. Don't find fault in people. Try to be the humanitarian. Try to help people, not finding faults, not punishing people. This isn't about finding our truth, looking at it, and then punishing the people who hurt us. And that is a stage that you will go through with the anger, but it's about finding peace with those people in the situations, knowing and having the wisdom and the gifts and honoring the gifts that the pain has given you. Because there's nowhere to run. You can't run from yourself, because no matter where you go, you're always there, right? You served your time, you're looking, you're making the decisions, you're knowing what's good and bad for you, and knowing that you are valuable. Your opinions, your thoughts, who you are important. You're just as important as the next person. Each person has a piece of this pie, and each piece of the pie adds into the collective, which adds into the whole, and we need all of us. Having intuitive discernment, you know, before you jump to conclusions about people or things, take a look at it. Do you really understand other people's perspective from their vantage point of what they've been through? Or are you just looking at it from yours and making judgment calls? We've all done it. But now we're going to use wisdom, because that will give us mastership. That will give us what we need to go forward on the ascension in the collective. We'll have discipline. We'll be focusing on what's important, teaching and training ourselves, and teaching and training others, and overcoming being controlled, learning the skill and flowing with it. What works for you may not work for someone else. What works for someone else may not work for you, but you are going to learn exactly what it is your soul wants you to know, so that there is no more indecision, so there is no more paradox, so that you can use your wisdom, so that you can get to what really hurts and set it free. Yes, there's been brokenheartedness. We've all went through brokenheartedness. We've all had first loves. We've all been brokenhearted by something someone said, by a friend, from family. And there's grief, and there's sadness, and there's mourning, and there's distress. We got to let it go. And when we're in those moments of feeling like we're hopelessness and there nothing can go right, and we regret our decisions and we're unhappy, we go back to the fact that there is wisdom in everything that happens to us. There's absolute wisdom. Every heartbreak is a learning experience if you choose for it to be, and know what those people were meant to do in your life. And you don't have to stop loving them. Maybe you're just on two different paths. Maybe those paths will meet again. Maybe they will not. But as long as you're doing your work and you're using your wisdom and you're making your decisions for what's best for you to have your peace of mind, there's no wrong to be made. It's time to self about what they should do, about their wisdom, about being collectively together. Thank you. came back out anyway. I guess that was what it's supposed to be. Because once you do all of these things and you see from a different perspective and you are no longer in disarray, like I said, using your wisdom, you've been through the dark night, you keep cleaning out your shadow parts as they come up. There is so much love and power in that energy. You find your creativity, you're able to be childlike, to be a free thinker because you have nothing holding you back, telling you that you can't. Because to be playful as a child and use childlike imagination is the only way to truly be free as an adult. That's what I'm being told. Because all of this is a test of faith, of your boundaries, of your courage, of your determination, of your endurance, standing firm in who you are, and then knowing of what you've come here to do. Who are you? What are you to do with the questions that you have? What am I here for? Who am I? What is my purpose here on this planet? Why do I have to go through these things? All these things in our life happen to us to test our faith, to give us wisdom. Don't give up when you're getting to the good stuff. Keep going. Because the moment that you pass through the door of courage and setting up your own boundaries and your own determination, your own faith in yourself, you get more wisdom. Yes, there will be times of grief and times where you will disillusion yourself. There will be sorrow, there will be tears. This is life. This is the journey of life. Our soul came into this body to experience life on this planet. And people will misunderstand you. But through that all, while you're learning all this and people are misunderstanding you and you're feeling sad and you're trying to find your tribe and you're trying to look at the shadow self and get the wisdom and not knowing what you're doing and all the things that we've already talked about, going down that rabbit hole, researching things and finding your truth, you will become, your subconscious mind will become, you will become the high priestess. You will have sacred wisdom. You will be the divine feminine energy or divine masculine, inner knowing, illuminating yourself into your intuition, into the mystery of the world, of the planet, of the galaxy, of God. And the only way through it is to go, can't go around it. You can't spiritual bypass. You have to be dedicated. You have to use detail. You have to use your mastery of what it is that you're supposed to do to achieve your success in your life for you, not for anyone else, but for you. What is your specialty? What do you have that's different than anyone else that you can put together with someone else and make it a bigger piece for somebody else, and so forth and so on? One final message on this. They wanted 3 more. Because things are going to take off, movement and alignment going forward. When you get to where you are divine in your masculine and feminine in yourself, and then with your counterpart, you're going to take off movement. You're going to be in alignment. You're going to go forward. You're going to be able to do more with your communication with your to yourself and to others. That will give you your 10 of coins, that will give you your security, that will give you your privilege, that will give you your knowing your lineage. You will be able to have everything that makes you feel wealthy, and releasing whatever doesn't serve you, emotionally unfulfilled, ready to walk away and letting go of things that just aren't for you anymore. If it's not for you, let it go. If you keep holding on, you're just going to keep holding on to something that is going to keep burning you, keep burning you, keep burning you. Let it go. Let it go. Let's see. Also, if you would like a personal reading, tarot reading, love reading, or birth chart reading, please get a hold of me at stacypitcher@gmail.com, or you can go to my Instagram, StacyLynn0214, leave me a DM, send me a message here. However, just need to talk, like coaching, someone to listen. I'm here, and I will be going live on Fridays, and I might be throwing another live in there. Be gentle with yourself. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. For this is, there's a lot of energy coming in. There's a lot of things we are releasing. There's a lot of things we are finding out about ourselves. Be gentle with that. Don't look at yourself with hate or disgust or, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, because you didn't know what you didn't know until you did, right? So be gentle with yourself. Show yourself kindness. And also notice how the moon affects your energy and why you're manifesting and capital, and use the manifestations for your highest good is what the angels want you to know. Self card. What is our higher self need us to know? And if any of you have a day that would be, that you can think of that would be good for me to go live, or you have anything that you'd like me to read or talk about, please let me know in the comments. And when you go through all this is so beautiful. When you go through all this, and as we're going through all these things, and it's going to feel like a stop, finish, stop, finish, stop, finish, stop, finish. You may get this far and then have to go back. That's part of life. It happens as part of the awakening. But there will be an ending to all the pain, because you'll see a reason. And even when the pain will come up, you'll be able to be like, oop, I know what that is. Let me look at it. Let me try to feel it. Got to feel it to heal it. And it brings ending to all the pain. And then you will feel healed. And even when you're not completely healed and you have to go back and look at it, it gets easier and easier and easier, because you are your own hero. You are the hero of your own story. This is your book, your story, your movie. You take control over the role that you play in it. And have a passion for love and a passion for life, because without love, nothing exists. Within love, everything grows. So I hope you all are having a great week. If you have any questions, like I said, let me know. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, comments. I like to read them. I love you all so much. And until next time, bye guys.